I repeat that the Islamic Republic of Iran is not developing capabilities for nuclear weapons. But also, Iran will not overlook the rights of its people and their need for access to peaceful nuclear energy.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader since 1989, stands as one of the most enduring and polarizing figures in modern geopolitics, defined by his implacable hostility toward the United States and Israel. For nearly 4 decades, he has shaped Iran into a regional powerhouse, wielding absolute authority over its government, military and judiciary, while fostering a network of proxies to challenge Western and Israeli influence. His tenure, rooted in the 1979 Islamic Revolution, has been marked by defiance, strategic pragmatism, and ruthless suppression of dissent. Yet recent setbacks have exposed vulnerabilities in his carefully constructed empire. Born on April 19, 1939, in Mashhad, Iran, Sayyid Ali Hosseini Khamenei grew up in a modest clerical family, the son of a minor Shiite cleric. His early years were shaped by poverty and religious study, immersing him in the seminaries of Mashhad and Qom. In the 1960s, Khamenei became a disciple of Ayatollah Khomeini, the charismatic architect of the Islamic Revolution. Khomeini's fiery anti-Western rhetoric and vision of an Islamic state resonated with Khamenei, who was arrested 6 times and exiled for 3 years under the Shah's regime for his revolutionary activities. By 1979, as the monarchy crumbled, Khamenei was a trusted aide, running secret missions for Khomeini. In 1981, Khamenei was elected Iran's 3rd president in a landslide, a turbulent period marked by the Iran-Iraq War and internal purges. Archival footage from October 9, 1981 shows a young Khamenei kissing Khomeini's hand, a gesture of loyalty, and addressing Friday prayers alongside Khomeini's son, Ahmad. His inaugural address on October 13, 1981 pledged to defend the Islamic Revolution against deviance, liberalism, and American-influenced left-wingers. A 1981 assassination attempt by the Mujahideen-e-Khalq left his right arm paralyzed, deepening his paranoia and reliance on security forces. A 1985 suicide bombing at a prayer sermon he led, killing 5, further hardened his resolve. When Khomeini died in 1989, Khamenei was an unlikely successor. Not yet a Grand Ayatollah, his appointment required constitutional changes, as seen in footage from June 12, 1989, showing students and clerics in Qom endorsing him while he stood before Khomeini's portrait, kissing a framed Quranic verse. Lacking Khomeini's religious charisma, Khamenei built his authority through political acumen and control of Iran's security apparatus, including the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, and the Basij militia. He also oversees Satad, a vast economic conglomerate, bolstering his financial influence. As supreme leader, Khamenei holds ultimate power, approving all major policies from nuclear development to foreign affairs. Elected presidents like Mahmoud Ahmadinejad or Hassan Rouhani operate under his oversight, as do the military and judiciary. His office, the Beit-e-Rahbar, is a shadowy power centre, ensuring his unchallenged dominance. Khamenei's worldview, rooted in Khomeini's anti-imperialist ideology, casts the US as the Great Satan and Israel as the Little Satan. He accuses both of seeking Iran's destruction through sanctions, covert operations, and cultural infiltration. His rhetoric, as heard in a 2016 speech commemorating Khomeini's death, brands the US as untrustworthy, citing broken promises in the 2015 nuclear deal or the JCPOA.
We sat with the Americans during the P5+1 negotiations and even had direct talks with the Americans over the nuclear issue. Our hard-working delegation managed to reach a joint agreement in a number of areas. The Americans gave promises from their side. The Islamic Republic of Iran carried out what it had promised to do, but the other party, the Americans, have broken promises and are stalling on carrying out their side of the deal.
Footage from the 2012 Non-Aligned Movement Summit shows him insisting Iran's nuclear program is peaceful, a claim reiterated in 2023 when he said Islamic values preclude nuclear weapons. Khamenei's strategy to counter US and Israeli influence relies on the axis of resistance, a network of proxies including Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, the Houthis in Yemen, and Iraqi militias. The 2020 US drone strike killing IRGC commander Qasem Soleimani, seen in footage of Khamenei consoling Soleimani's family, was a personal blow, prompting Iran's missile strikes on US bases in Iraq. After Hamas's October 7, 2023, attack on Israel, Khamenei denied direct involvement but praised it as a Palestinian victory, as stated in a 2023 Military Academy speech. His 2024 meeting with Hamas leaders and prayers at assassinated leader Ismail Haniyeh's funeral underscore his commitment to the group. The Iran nuclear program is central to Khamenei's confrontation with the West. He insists it serves peaceful purposes, like energy and medical research, but the US and Israel suspect a covert weapons program. The 2015 JCPOA, which lifted sanctions in exchange for nuclear curbs, reflected Khamenei's heroic flexibility to ease economic pressure. But he withdrew in 2018 after the US exit under Trump. In 2025, as seen in footage from June 4th, he rejected US demands to halt uranium enrichment, arguing self-sufficiency is vital for Iran's nuclear power plants. Israel's June 13, 2025, strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, shown in footage of burning buildings in Tehran, marked a significant escalation. Khamenei vowed a harsh response, calling the attack legal and legitimate retaliation for Israel's killing of Hezbollah's Hassan Nasrallah and Hamas's Haniyeh. Yet, his options are constrained. Escalation risks regime collapse, while inaction signals weakness. Trump's 2025 letter proposing nuclear talks, delivered via the UAE and Saudi Arabia, was dismissed by Khamenei as deception, as stated in a March 12th speech to students. At home, Khamenei has crushed dissent to maintain control. The 2009 Green Movement, 2017 to 2018 economic protests, and 2022 unrest following Mahsa Amini's death, captured in footage of burning streets in Naqshband, met brutal crackdowns. Thousands were arrested or killed, and facial recognition technology was deployed to track dissenters. Khamenei blamed the 2022 protests on US and Israeli plots, as stated in an October 3, 2022 speech. Regionally, Khamenei's influence has waned. Israel's 2023 to 2025 strikes decimated Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthi capabilities, while the fall of Syrian ally Bashar al-Assad in 2024, seen in footage of his 2024 condolence visit to Tehran, eroded Iran's axis of resistance. These losses, coupled with domestic economic woes and succession concerns at age 86, challenge Khamenei's grip. Khamenei's health, highlighted by his 2014 prostate surgery and 2021 COVID-19 vaccination, remains a focal point as he nears 90. His February 2025 visit to a military exhibition advocating for advanced missile development signals defiance amid US and Israeli pressure. Trump's veto of an Israeli plan to assassinate him, reported on June 15, 2025, underscores his precarious position. Khamenei's legacy is a paradox. A cleric who outlasted expectations to become Iran's unquestioned leader, yet whose rigid anti-Western stance has isolated Iran and strained its economy. His support for proxies and nuclear ambitions has kept Iran a regional player, but at the cost of internal stability and global trust. As Israel and the US intensify pressure, Khamenei faces a delicate balancing act to preserve his regime while projecting strength.